back to RPTV Weekly News. I'm Kedar, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Jabin and Victoria. Together, we bring you the latest updates on the stories and initiatives shaping Regent Park and its surrounding areas.
In this episode, we'll delve into key events and community developments from August 10th to August 17th. Stay tuned for the latest updates and insights affecting our community.
7th Annual Youth Gathering, celebrating Indigenous culture in Regent Park. Indigenous Report, advancing the Reconciliation Action Plan, a conversation with the city's Indigenous Affairs Office. RPTV visits Moss Park Espresso. Owner Joe Furfaro welcomes us to his cozy Italian coffee hub. St. Jamestown residents seek alternative uses for vacant parking lots, as reported by The Bridge. Hit and run involving TTC Streetcar near Gerrard and Parliament Street. City winter job provide employment opportunities, events and jobs in the community.
7th Annual Youth Gathering, celebrating Indigenous culture in Regent Park. On August 10th, 2024, Regent Park was alive with the vibrant energy of the 7th Annual Youth Gathering, hosted by the Toronto Council Fire Native Cultural Centre. Running from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., this significant event drew together First Nations, Métis, and Inuit communities, along with the city's diverse populations, to celebrate and empower the youth of Toronto's urban Indigenous communities. The gathering began with a grand entry, showcasing the powerful drum rhythms of all the nation's juniors. Performances from the Red Bear Singers and First Fire. Attendees enjoyed a variety of traditional dance forms, including hoop dance and jingle dress dance. The event featured head male dancer Ian Akiwenze, head female dancer Sage Myron, and guest judge Jessica McKenzie, Miss Indigenous Canada 2024, showcasing its commitment to honoring Indigenous culture. This year's youth gathering served as a crucial platform for young Indigenous people to express their identity and connect with their heritage, reflecting the ongoing commitment of the Toronto Council Fire to enhance the cultural, physical, and emotional well-being of the Indigenous communities in Toronto. RPTV reporters Lawrence Rodriguez and Thunder Cloud captured the event's essence and provided valuable insights through interviews with community members.
Good afternoon, and I'm Thunder Cloud reporting for Regent Park TV, and I have here as my guest at the Toronto Council Fire Cultural Centre Youth Powwow in Regent Park, Toronto, Ontario, I have Miss Indigenous Canada. And what is your name?
Tansei, my name is Jessica McKenzie. My spirit name is Spirit Wolf Woman, and I'm a proud member of Opaskwack Cree Nation.
And what brings you to a event like this?
So my family and I, we usually do come out to powwows just to see community, see our friends. But what's really beautiful as well is I am a vendor, and I do have a small business called Future Cookum. And this was actually our very first powwow that we vended at about 2 years ago. So, you know, the team is just so kind and so welcoming to myself and my family that when I do have a rare opportunity to come shine, I wanted to really invite them into this space as well.
Well, congratulations, and we're really grateful that you're shining here with us today in Regent Park at the powwow. And can you tell me a little bit about your title of Miss Indigenous Canada? And we were all so proud of you that you won the title, and we were so moved. I mean, some of us saw you on TV. And tell us a little more about what you had to achieve to win your title, please.
For sure, it's a great question. So this was actually the very first Miss Indigenous Canada. There has never been one before this. So this pageant was really special, as it wasn't a typical colonial beauty pageant. It was more focused around community involvement, ceremony, really coming together as a community and truly showcasing our love for our people. So it's very different. However, I've been in this role for about 2 weeks, so still pretty new. However, I would love to go out to community, and I just started my own mentorship program where I'm going to be mentoring about 3 Indigenous youth from across Turtle Island, and it's really just bringing them by my side, coming out to events like this and making sure that they feel loved and that they feel good.
Well, that's really incredible, and I'm so proud that you're mentoring. Is it youth you're mentoring?
You got it. Yeah, so Indigenous youth ages 18 to 30, all genders, all across Turtle Island.
Beautiful. And what are you mentoring them in?
Yeah, so it does really range, as I recognize that everyone has different walks of life. Everyone needs guidance in different spaces. So really, I'm a huge advocate for mental health and wellness. So if we could chat about things like that, as well as if they want to sign up for things like an Indigenous pageant. I also do have a couple years in career exploration experience. So I used to be a recruiter. So really guiding through, anything that the Indigenous youth are looking for guidance in.
What does this kind of event bring to a community or an area? What does it bring?
Yeah, it's a great question. I know that, for all of Canada, there's this huge focus on truth and reconciliation. And I believe that you do need the truth before you do the reconciliation part, right? So it's really coming out, not only showcasing, some of the hardships that Indigenous people had to endure from colonization, but also celebrating who we are, coming together, doing playing drums, singing, like coming together, showcasing our beautiful artwork, right? And really showcasing that to the rest of the community. So it's really bringing people together, which is absolutely beautiful.
Is wonderful to hear. And thank you very much, Anna Miigwech, for spending time with us today.
My name is Edward Sear. That's my English name. I'm from a reservation called Kibawik First Nations, which is located in Kippawa, Quebec. I belong to the Algonquin people. My reservation used to be called Eagle Village. However, they did do that transition. I go by the name Kichitawa Migazi, which means Sacred Eagle Man. I'm a proud member of the Toronto Indigenous community, and I am working today specifically with the Toronto Aboriginal Support Service Council. I want to give a big shout out to Lindsay Kretschmer for having me come here today and support TASK. And so if you don't know what TASK is a council of all the different Aboriginal organizations and agencies here in Toronto that collaboratively meet together to make high-level impact on our community through working together in coordination.
Speaking in the sovereign language of our traditional territory. My English name is Suzanne Smoke. My spirit name is Golden Eagle Woman. I sit with the Bear Clan. I'm originally from Alderville First Nation. And the importance of this is gathering, assertion of sovereignty, assertion of our culture, knowing that we will always be here. We will always be here on this land. We are teaching our young ones the importance of our language, of our culture, our clans, our kinship, our relationships with Mother Earth, and I think it's so important. And agencies like Toronto Council Fire, the NCCT, Native Women's, these have all been around here. We had trailblazers so many years ago that had this vision of how important it was to have traditional Indigenous ecological knowledge here downtown Toronto. And so I'm thankful for agencies like Council Fire to host this, and for all of our beautiful young people. Miigwech.
Sherry from Mississauga First Nation, Sherry Bobby Wash. I work at Thunder Woman Healing Lodge Society, and I work for a program called Daughters of the Earth.
Where do you work, Sherry?
Thunder Woman Healing Lodge.
What's that?
It's a place that helps women that were incarcerated, and we help them with aftercare, and that's the program that I run, Daughters of the Earth.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about your program, please?
Yes, we run an anger management program, addictions program, living without violence, and we can help with housing and outreach services, and we offer backpacks and food security programs. We have tobacco ties, and those are to put your good intentions up to the Creator. And just to let people know that there's 64% of Indigenous Canadians are incarcerated in the prisons today, and that's we're just out here trying to help everyone and make sure that they're being taken care of.
What does this bring to community, this type of event?
This brings so people are aware of what we can do for our people and how we can help and get the awareness out there that, you know, there is people incarcerated and we can help them. We have people that go in the jails and help them with programs. We help them with mental health. We help them with, you know, as small as dryer sheets to bum cream to a backpack with, you know, shampoo, conditioner, you know, a ride to, you know, their appointments. They're important appointments that they need to help with mental health.
That is important and very kind. And we take care of our community, and it's really good to know about that. All these programs here. We announced at Regent Park that we're having the hot dog lunch. That's on August 31st from 12 p.m. to 3. And this is my friend's program here. And here I have my friend, Mark. And Mark, what's your full name?
Mark Atanasoff.
And where are you from, Mark?
I'm from Toronto, but my family is from Sagamuk First Nation. My mom really didn't get to experience her culture. She attended the Shinnewauk Indian residential schools, and so opportunities like this are just fantastic to come see and touch the culture, see the people, see your friends and family, support the community, and so I think it's just a great opportunity. And I also love taking photographs. I like to celebrate the culture, to showcase it, to bring it to other folks as well. So I think it's really important that we're able to be proud and really just celebrate, and I don't think that's always been the case. I know growing up in Toronto, we weren't really allowed to do it about 30 years ago, and so really seeing it come to life and having everybody celebrate it and want to participate, I just think it's just fantastic. It's a great feeling to do this in the heart of the city, surrounded by all these skyscrapers. I think it's just pretty cool that we are able to do that after all these generations, especially honoring the folks that have really fought for us to be here, to really own our own spaces. So, you know, we're still on a journey. We're still not there yet, but this is a really good start, a part of the journey.
Exactly, and no better place to be, right in the middle of the city, on the east side, close to Council Fire Native Cultural Center, and one of our great community centers. And Mark works for the city, and it's just amazing and so rich with culture here. I hope you come out next year, everyone, as it's a really wonderful event. And miigwech, Mark.
Hit and run involving TTC Streetcar near Gerrard and Parliament Street. 3 people are in custody following a hit and run crash in Cabbagetown. Toronto police say a vehicle collided with a TTC Streetcar before striking another vehicle head-on in the Gerrard Street and Parliament Street area just after 4 p.m. on Sunday, August 18th. Police initially said that 4 occupants of that vehicle then fled the scene on foot. However, police are now indicating that 3 people are in custody and they don't believe that anyone else is outstanding. No serious injuries were reported.
RPTV visits Moss Park Espresso. Owner Joe Furfaro welcomes us to his cozy Italian coffee hub in the heart of downtown East Toronto. Moss Park Espresso, located at 185 Queen Street East, is more than just a coffee shop. It's a symbol of resilience and connection in a rapidly changing neighborhood. Nestled under a plant shop, this cozy spot offers Italian espresso, fresh gelato, and baked goods, serving as a hub for the diverse Moss Park community. Regent Park TV's Fred Alvarado visited Moss Park Espresso to speak with the owner Joe Furfaro about the shop's journey and the impact of these changes. Joe shared how Moss Park Espresso has navigated the complex social landscape, fostered community connections, and adapted to the neighborhood's evolving dynamics. As the Ontario Line construction progresses, Joe discusses the potential impacts on his business and the community, reflecting the changes observed since the opening and the future of Moss Park Espresso. Additionally, a regular customer shares his thoughts on why this coffee shop remains a cherished part of the neighborhood, despite the challenges and ongoing transformation.
Hi, my name is Joe Furfaro, and I run Moss Park Espresso. My coffee bar is an espresso-based bar, so I don't have any drip coffee. So it's an Italian sort of espresso blend that I grew up with, that I think if people gave a chance to would love as much as I do. So I'm trying to secretly convince them that this is the type of espresso they should be enjoying. But I think what carries us and what makes us a little bit different is we make in-house gelato. And gelato's really, really good. I can't tell you I make a lot of flavors, but the flavors I make, I would compare to anybody in the cities, truly. Anybody who has our gelato notices that it's made and tastes fantastic. We make it from ingredients. There's no mixes. It's as good as you'll find in Italy, I promise. The atmosphere in the cafe is pretty cool. We always have art on the wall, usually every month. Local artists I invite to put up their works. You'll see people coming in here and spending 2 hours reading a book or chatting. You know, it's wonderful when all the tables are full and you hear these 6, 7 conversations. You know their conversation, you can hear what they're saying, but together the sound is really nice. Yeah, people meet here. You know, I know when people are meeting for the first time. I know when they get together with friends. I know they really enjoy this space. And I try to give them that atmosphere of welcome, acceptance, and just generosity. I want to be generous, and I hope that they become more generous too. Moss Park neighborhood certainly isn't typical of Toronto neighborhoods. I knew that when I opened the shop. I knew how the drug use and homelessness affected the neighborhood, but it didn't stop me. I thought that I could maybe navigate around that, and it's been challenging for sure. I have to say, as a business owner, the most challenging or difficult part of this neighborhood is we just don't have enough street traffic. That is, people who are well, who decide to walk down the street to a destination or just to enjoy the city block. This neighborhood does not welcome that. So that hurts my type of business, because a coffee shop truly is not so much a destination rather than something in the neighborhood that you might want to drop in on once in a while. So in that respect, yeah, it's been challenging, but I think slowly I've been attracting people who make a point of coming down, and it's certainly a lot of interesting, good people come to the shop, and I'm always happily surprised. You know, I tried to opening in the morning because I'd love to serve coffee in the morning with a nice pastry, but I just don't get enough people walking by. And I found that it was just lonely and not a great way to spend the morning. So now I open at 12 to 6, which, you know, is good for my gelato. I wish I could stay open later. You know, gelato shops normally in the summer, that is when they work best, you know, late night, people walking with their family stop for a gelato. But again, this neighborhood is not typical. But one day it will. But I know people who come and have gelato enjoy it, and people who come in the afternoon. But I do hope in the future I can open in the morning. I would love to have a scent of coffee permeate the outdoor of my shop and make people feel at home when they walk by. And you know, we can really be a great place to live if we just wanted it to be. And it would be a wonderful challenge, adventure, to make your home better for everyone. It's right outside our door. We have the Ontario Line station coming into the neighborhood. We have a Moss Park station. So that's nice. We get our name on the board. People will certainly know where Moss Park is in the future, since we have our own station. We have lost our park because of that for the next 7 to 8 years. But that isn't such a bad thing. You know, the park was not a good place for a long, long time. It really wasn't a park. It was a space that was unfortunately used for drug use, and you never saw children in it. You never saw people laying a blanket and having a picnic. I'm not saying that this park has to be like other parks, but it could be better so that children can come and play. So I'm hoping, really hoping, that when it reopens, whatever the city or we need to do to make it a park for everyone, I think that would make Moss Park neighborhood really, really good. But that's something we need to work on. I hope to be part of the solution, you know. I hope Moss Park in its small way makes people's lives a little bit happier if they live in the neighborhood, if they drop by. I want them to feel good about living in Toronto and to help Toronto become a better place. I want them to stay in Toronto. I don't want anyone to move. I hate when somebody tells me they're moving out of Toronto. I want to hold them back and say, just stay here. Work on it. We'll be a great city.
I think I've been a loyal customer since just a bit after he opened. He got excellent coffee, excellent gelato, and himself. He is such a nice person. I think he is probably the friendliest Canadian I have ever met since coming to Canada. You know, that sounds a little bit rude, but hey, you know, he is such a kind soul that interacting with him is, you know, it's kind of healing almost. It's like talking to a kind neighbor while discussing, you know, like coffee, you know, espresso specifically, and gelato. He is quite passionate about those things, and I think I haven't enjoyed a scoop of ice cream as much as I have had since coming here. Nothing is the same anymore. It's just, you know, come here and try the gelato. I think I have introduced 80% of my friends to Joe specifically, and I've taken almost all of my friends in Toronto here just for the gelato. Such, you know, it's almost a local secret spot. I think he deserved that reputation though.
St. Jamestown residents seek alternative uses for vacant parking lots, as reported by The Bridge. The St. Jamestown Residents Council is pushing forward a proposal to transform underused underground parking lots into community assets. The initiative, as reported by The Bridge and community journalist Anshul Nigam, has been submitted to Ward 13 Councillor Chris Moy's participatory budgeting program. The Council's latest initiative aims to transform the neglected parking lots into hubs of community activity and environmental resilience.
Indigenous Report, Advancing the Reconciliation Action Plan, a conversation with the city's Indigenous Affairs Office. Welcome to the Indigenous Report. Today we focus on the City of Toronto's Indigenous Affairs Office and its vital role in advancing truth, justice, and reconciliation through the 10-year Reconciliation Action Plan. The Reconciliation Action Plan, spanning from 2022 to 2032, outlines 28 key actions aimed at restoring truth and ensuring justice. It also supports economic development and honors Indigenous self-determination. Regent Park TV's Thundercloud sat down with Mark Atanasov, Manager of Partnerships and Community Relations for the City of Toronto's Indigenous Affairs Office at City Hall. The interview provides valuable insights into Toronto's ongoing commitment to supporting Indigenous communities and advancing reconciliation.
Hello, I'm Thundercloud from RPTV, and here today, would you kindly introduce yourself?
My name is Mark Atanasov. I'm the Engagement Manager in the Indigenous Affairs Office at the City of Toronto. I've been with the city for 2 years. I'm from Sagamuk First Nation on my mom's side and Greek European ancestry on my dad's side. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, thank you. I'm wondering what progress has been made on the Reconciliation Action Plan since 2022?
Yes, in 2022, the Reconciliation Action Plan was approved by the City of Toronto Council. In March of 2025 will be our first progress and status update to the City of Toronto Council. We're currently in the process of working with all city divisions to collect information on what we have done, and we are currently collecting that, and we should have a report ready for council early next year. With the Reconciliation Action Plan, we're grounding it in relationships, and so it starts there in terms of building relationships with community at all levels of the government. It also starts with educating city staff, and so we have an initiative and program to ensure that all city staff that go through education, understand the historical injustice, understand the interracial trauma, and understand current day issues. A couple of examples would be the naming of a recreation and library. The site is named after the Huron-Wendat, who had a historical ancient site there. It's called Eda Nona Wastina. And it's a start about reclaiming language and culture. It's about honoring Indigenous heritage. And so initiatives like that really allow conversations to happen, which allows the truth-telling to happen about ensuring that we're working with community so that their voices are heard.
How is the Indigenous Affairs Office supporting economic development for Indigenous people in Toronto?
For sure, and we have a couple of initiatives. We have 3 grant programs. We have the Community Grassroots Grant program from the Indigenous Affairs Office. It's where we provide $20,000 grants to individuals who apply, where they need a little bit of assistance financially to see their dreams and ideas come to life. We also have the Climate Action Fund for Indigenous folks. And again, it's about, that initiative is about supporting the climate, supporting the environment. And again, for folks who have ideas and dreams around those issues, there's a grant available. And then we have the Arts and Culture Grant. And again, to support Indigenous community members who are focused in on the arts and culture. It's an opportunity for them to get a little extra support so they can help their ideas come to life.
And how will the reconciliation action plan evolve, and what are the key areas of focus?
I think the evolution of the Reconciliation Action Plan is grounded in relationships. And as that matures and becomes meaningful, really it's about community leading the process. It's about community co-developing it with the city as a partner. And it's grounded in that self-determination, sovereignty process. And it's really about building those meaningful partnerships where community is leading the way. And the city is on a journey of supporting and really helping community along the way as best it can by taking leadership from community.
City winter jobs provide employment opportunities for Regent Park community. As summer continues, the City of Toronto is already planning for winter, announcing a range of part-time recreation jobs available for students, adults, and seniors. Mayor Olivia Chow and Councillor Alejandro Barbaro has announced that the city is looking for students, adults, and seniors to fill roles in skiing, skating, snowboarding, indoor swimming, fitness, sports, arts, and after-school programs. For Regent Park, where unemployment remains a significant challenge, this initiative provides a crucial opportunity. With the City of Toronto's largest employer of students, these roles are a gateway for local youth and adults to secure employment, gain experience, and build a foundation for future job opportunities.
We need to hire a lot more young people, create a lot more job opportunities. And I do know that the unemployment rate these days are at least over 6%. And we're excited to open our doors to a whole host of winter season jobs for young people and adults across the city. Whether you're passionate about skating, yeah, we see it, and skiing, snowboarding, fitness, or any other after-school programs, there's a place for you in the winter, whether it's indoor or outdoor. We have thousands of good jobs at fair wages available for anyone seeking part-time employment for you to apply. We're looking for reliable, enthusiastic young people and the young at heart who are ready to contribute to a memorable winter experience for everyone in Toronto. Each year, as Toronto's largest recreation program provider, the city employs approximately 9,000 recreation workers. We need about 5,000 employees for the winter 2024 season to support community recreation programs. We're also looking to hire local young people that knows the neighborhood and want to get started with a good job, good paying job. The city has several youth outreach programs that help young people across the city, especially in areas that may not have a lot of jobs around, so that they can access, young people can access employment skills and education. Toronto Youth Corps jobs offer paid employment prep for youth with limited job history, and Artworks TO support racialized and LGBTQ plus youth in media arts with pay work, mentorship, and training under Toronto Youth Equity Strategy. We will even hire people to run the Zamboni. That's a fun thing to do, isn't it? Huh? These recreation jobs help provide young people an opportunity to get employment experience, create community connections, and serve our city and its residents. They help put young people on a pathway to success. If you're interested in joining our team, please visit toronto.ca to learn more about the available positions and application deadlines. Let me say that again. 5,000 jobs ready. Come to toronto.ca to join our team. Apply now.
And now for events and jobs in Regent Park. Sunday in the Park is an annual community-wide festival celebrating the talents, richness, and diversity of Regent Park. The event will take place in the Big Park on August the 25th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. There will be free barbecue, family-friendly activities, live entertainment, local vendors, and more. Hope to see you all there. The Social Development Plan, SDP, is seeking community feedback to assess its effectiveness in fostering social cohesion and inclusion. The Evaluation and Benchmark Committee has launched the 2024 SDP survey, inviting all residents to contribute their insights. Your input will help shape and enhance the SDP's initiatives. To participate and share your thoughts, please go to the link below. St. Jamestown Festival 2024, Greener and Safer. Reviving and rebuilding relationships. On Saturday, September the 7th, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., enjoy fun activities, performances, community awards, cultural foods, and a variety of vendors. The event will take place at Ontario Street, north of Wellesley Street East. Vendors and volunteers are invited to join the festival. For more information, please contact the St. Jamestown Community Corner. Low-income neighborhoods fighting back. Join the discussion on September the 5th, where organizations from a number of low-income communities will gather to talk about how they are organizing to fight back against gentrification of their neighborhoods. The event will take place at 585 Dundas Street East at 6:30 p.m. Organized by 230 Fight Back Group. Join the Regent Park Cultural Bazaar 2024 every Friday until September the 6th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Regent Park Boulevard. Experience a vibrant celebration of community and diversity with music, raffles, henna, jewelry, clothes, and delicious multicultural foods. Taste of Regent Park. Join every Wednesday from July the 3rd to September the 4th, 2024 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Big Park. Discover local artisans, food vendors, and community organizations. Enjoy diverse foods and community connections as well.
And that's all for today's show. I'm Victoria, and I've been joined by my co-hosts, Jabin and Kedar. A big thank you to our dedicated team of researchers who contributed to this week's episode. From Focus Media Arts Center, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow our social media platforms. For more information, check out our website.